Morning, guys. Bit of a rough one so far for us. Ellis had a really rough night last night. I gave him a little bit of a bottle, like a small bottle before bed, and right in the middle of the night he chucked that up. Of course he chucked up some of it right before I put him to bed, so I guess I can't say that I'm exactly surprised. And since he's been doing this for, how long has he been throwing up now? Has it been a week? 5 days now. Christina's decided it's time that we go ahead and take him over to the hospital, see if there's anything they can do for him, because the treatment recommended by the doctor doesn't appear to be doing anything yet. But before we run out the door, I've got to try to find some quick breakfast. Well, we've made it to the hospital. Got Ellis all checked in.
Morning.
Well, they came in, they did some initial tests and stuff, just taking vitals and whatnot, and they're gonna come in and do an IV to make sure he's got good fluids in him, which is not gonna be any fun at all. They also did a swab for flu. I guess they're gonna check him to make sure it's not that. Should be a long morning. Well, we've been here almost 2 hours. He hasn't thrown up since we've been here, knock on wood. They didn't do an IV because he's actually keeping down a little bit of food. We're doing it like 2 ounces at a time, just little by little. Maybe we've somehow gotten lucky, or maybe it's just the giving him a little amount at a time. And many hours later, it's already 11 a.m. We're out. Strangely enough, they didn't really even do anything. They did a chest x-ray and like a flu swab and a RSV swab, and that was about it. Basically, we sat there and waited for results, and then before the results even came in, Ellis started asking for a bottle. So we gave him a couple of ounces, and then he held it down. So a little while later, we gave him a couple of ounces, he held it down, and a couple of ounces, and so he hasn't thrown up, knock on wood, since 4:30 this morning, luckily. So they said just keep an eye on him, bring him back if you get concerned. All right, so that was an expensive trip for not a whole lot of result. And we are home, finally. We picked up a little bit of lunch while we were out. Sorry, it's really dark. He has been asleep ever since before we left the hospital. And yeah, let's get inside, have some lunch. So yeah, quite a little while later, we got back. Ellis had a bottle. Ellis exploded promptly thereafter, but we got him calmed down. We got him laid down on his playmat. He was playing on his playmat, and the next thing I did, I looked over and he had rolled over on his side and passed out. He was falling asleep, completely asleep, and stayed that way for quite a little while. And I ended up falling asleep for a few minutes, maybe 20 minutes or something, which was kind of nice considering I'm completely exhausted. But I did also get a little bit of time and worked on this video about the G-Tang quadcopter. Not bad so far, if I do say so. Also unboxed this month's T-Blocks box, which I've put somewhere else at the moment. And that's all I was able to accomplish, unfortunately. I do have some other videos I need to edit, render, upload. And then Duncan made it home from school on the bus. And as you can see, he's wearing a pair of headphones. I showed these to him and he said he liked them, so he has claimed them. Those are the Mixter Ghost. So I've got that video shot. I need to edit and render it and get it ready to go too. Other than that, Ellis just had another bottle about 15 minutes ago, and knock on wood, nothing has come up yet. So Christina's given him a little bit of oatmeal.
Hoping something thicker will stay down easier.
Yeah, stay down, make him a little less rattly, and he seems to be enjoying it pretty thoroughly.
Maybe keep it full longer.
Yeah, hopefully. After this morning, basically, the doctor just said give him little tiny bottles every hour or so. And we've been trying to keep up with that and keep them down. He's just not really a big fan of having a little teeny amount of bottle and then having to wait an hour to get another one. Well, quite a little while later already. 9:30 p.m. Duncan has gone to bed. Littlest man threw up again. He's done what, twice since we've been home so far? Yeah. And the last time is a fluke. And he's been doing pretty well. He's smiling. He's happy. First time I've turned on the camera and he's actually smiled at it. But yeah, we're giving him little bottles, and I think we're going to do some Pedialyte here in a minute. See if he can hold that down. Gotta keep him hydrated. Hydrated and happy. Yeah. Is that just the best? You feeling good? Feeling alright for having an empty belly? But how many of the little 2-ounce bottles did I give him earlier? At least 3. And I think of those, he lost maybe 2 ounces. Like, there was one time where I just moved him wrong. I stood him straight up at one point way too soon. And when I sat him back down, blah, everywhere. So, oh well. This last time, he was completely asleep and just all of a sudden coughed and out it all came. It's kind of stinky. Oh well. We'll keep working on it. The more we can keep down, the better. And he's just going to smile and laugh. Isn't that the best? By the way, new video just went up about the Mixter Ghost headphones. So there you go. They're all swirly and stuff. Duncan ended up taking them from me actually, so he sat there and played on his tablet all night using them. They're probably gonna have to be turned down a lot because they're very, very loud, and so loud that he can't hear us talk to him now. They're noise canceling. Put together some of the Pedialyte for him. Let's see what he thinks of that. What does that taste like? Is that any good? It's not a bottle. It's not a bottle, but put it back in. It's got flavor. Funny thing is, I started looking through the ingredients list on that, and it's got like sucralose and acesulfame potassium, one of the other artificial sweeteners. There's like 4 artificial sweeteners, something like that, and it's got 3 of them in it. It's got everything but aspartame, yeah. So that's a little bit disconcerting. I guess it's just to give it lots and lots of flavor without a whole lot of calories. Although for baby, you almost do want some calories. Get calories. Grow. He's munching it up though. We tried giving him straight water last night, I think, and he wasn't having that. But yeah, right now he's pretty good with this, it looks like. Hopefully it stays down. We started looking through some of Ellis's other toys. Well, Duncan's old toys mostly, but just to see what else is in there, because he's been playing with that little car thing over here and loving on it, but he saw this thing and I turned it on. Somebody, I think it was way back when I first started my channel, somebody bought this for Duncan right after he was born. And Duncan loved this thing, and now apparently Ellis loves this thing. He's hugging on it. It's great. And it is already 11:15 p.m. Christina headed off to bed not too long after that last clip. Ellis decided at about 10:15 or 10:20, something like that, that he wanted some more bottle, and he was having it right then. So we got that all taken care of. We got him a new diaper. We got everything cleaned up. We got the dog dealt with. And then like 10:40, he decided he wanted another one. It's like, that's interesting. So I got him another couple of ounces. It's like, well, if you've held this down for a few minutes and you're not freaking out, I'd heard him cough a few times without throwing up. Seems like he's okay. So I gave him those 2 ounces. He only took one of them and then just stopped and started crying. I gave him his pacifier, and this is the result. He is just completely zonked out, and has been for the last half an hour, which is awesome. So I've been sitting here catching up on YouTube videos, finishing up other video stuff, finishing up vlog stuff, and talking to TK. TK's having some issues with his microphone, and I'm seeing if I can give some information or find out what he's going on and stuff like that. And he's been coming back at me with some interesting thoughts and opinions on the sound dampening panels and how they should help out and things like that. So definitely not a bad end to the day. Really not a bad day overall, other than the fact that we spent so much time at the hospital and have spent so much time just fighting, trying to figure out what's going on with this baby. But you know what? You got to do the best that you can to make the best out of every day you've got. And that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there for today. I'm going to get back to work. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending the day with me and the family and supporting this little guy. Hopefully he'll be better soon. We'll see you tomorrow.